Hi, I'm Dave Munnings, and I'm recording this series of interviews with existing QME crew members discussing the benefits of being part of the club. Okay, so introduce yourself.
I'm Caroline Bentley.
Yeah, where are you from?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, the whole lot. Well, I'm from Melbourne, in Australia,
Yes.
where it's currently very hot. Yeah, middle of summer.
Way too hot for me. Like, what temperature is it there
40
now?
degrees too.
40? Oh.
Yeah, 40 today. Disgusting. And now it's 10 o'clock at night and it is still 34.
Is it? Oh my God.
It's disgusting.
Is it just going to stay like that for the rest of the summer now?
No, this is just a bad day. It's going to drop down to like 20 tonight, and then tomorrow there's a cool change coming through. So it's a top of 25 tomorrow.
Honestly,
Melbourne's a lot better.
Is it? Yeah, I know. Melbourne's not so bad. When I was up in Brisbane, I thought I was going to die. Do you remember? Never been so hot.
Every day.
Oh, yes. Horrible.
I remember.
Oh, I couldn't deal with it. I can't even imagine it being hot right now. It's so cold outside. I can't imagine being warm and I bet all you want is a bit of coolness. Yeah. Oh, hideous.
Yeah.
I know.
Yeah,
oh well.
The fan blasting on me.
I know. You always want
whatever.
What you don't have. Always want what you don't have at the time. So, how long, Caroline, have you been doing agility now?
Since 1999, so 22 years.
It's a long old time.
Yeah. I'm old.
Yeah,
old.
I know that feeling.
Only a little bit older than you, though, so don't say too much.
I know. Shh, don't tell anyone. You wouldn't be able to. Not when I've got my Botox, I'd look 100% younger.
Well, me too.
Yeah.
And then you would never be able to tell.
We'll both do it.
So we'll both be younger.
Like we're in our 20s again.
Oh, absolutely.
Oh my God, yeah.
If only we could eat that much when we were
Oh my
20
God, I know that's
as skinny.
That's the worst bit is how fat you keep. Not you keep getting, how fat I keep getting. You're all right.
Well, considering we eat very similar amounts, I feel like it's probably going the same way, both expanding.
It's because every time I come over there, I put on a stone because you feed and feed and feed me, and I have no self-control, and I just keep eating everything.
I know, and the more I feed you, the more I eat.
I know,
and
you
the more
eat
I
well.
cook,
I know.
And the more I eat.
We're both such
terrible.
You love it. You love me coming over just as an excuse so you can
eat. I do.
Yeah.
Just so I can eat. I know. And then when you leave, I go back on my zucchinis.
And I don't. And that's why I just keep expanding all the time. Okay, so tell us about your dogs at the moment, the 3 dogs you're working.
3 dogs. Well, Sota is the eldest. He is 8. So his dad is Fame's brother.
Yeah.
And he's actually he's the one, Stiggy. He's the dog that that actually got me in touch with you because he was a puppy and it was before he was even born actually, when Fame was a puppy.
Oh, okay.
And
of course, yeah.
And I saw you training Fame, and Stiggy had just been imported because he was one of the last dogs to get imported before they changed the age. So he was only about 16 weeks. And I saw you training Fame, and I thought, wow, my puppy's going to be that cool one day when it's born, and I want to train my one to be like that. So that's when I messaged you or emailed you and said, hey, do you want to come to Australia?
All those years ago. And I was like, yes.
All those years ago. And he wasn't even born.
How old did you say he was now?
He just turned 8.
Yeah. God,
yeah. So, and then
quick, doesn't it?
Yes. Ugh.
And then Tessie.
I trained him with you from the beginning.
Yeah, he did.
And from the very start. And then Tessie has just turned 5. Same dad. So Stiggy's her dad too, and her mum came from the UK as well. And she's not quite as
quite the same.
Wild.
No, she's
different. Not quite as wild.
She's more like Faye.
So cute.
She wants to get everything right and be Little Miss Perfect all the time. Yeah.
She's perfect. Yeah. And wants to be so polite all the time and never run into you, never be cheeky and go too, wild. Yep. And then Connie, who is Hash is her dad, and Epic is her mum, and Epic is an Australian dog that you've trained before, and she's lovely. And so you helped plan that mating many years ago.
Such a cool
That's it. That's your litter.
They look amazing, don't they? How old are they now?
They are 16 months. Yeah, 17 months today. 17 months today.
Yeah, a couple of weeks older than Susan. Yeah, they're looking so
Yep.
cool, guys.
Yeah, not much.
Okay, so tell us where do you train? How often do you train? What equipment do you have? What space do you have to train in? I know you're pretty lucky with it.
Well,
yeah,
I'm very lucky. Yeah.
You want a big old farm.
So I have a big farm, huge farm, which has been so good in COVID because I never had to leave, even grew out most of our own food. But so I have a field that's maybe 80 by 30, a grass field, and I have a sand school that's 60 by 20 that I use in winter. I have all the equipment.
Got everything.
And I know I've got everything, but all of that, I don't do that much training really. I'm paranoid about overtraining.
You never put any bloody videos on. I'm always like, Caroline, you got any videos for me?
Hey, is there something wrong?
Like, nah, just haven't bothered. Just haven't bothered.
Yeah, that's me. Yeah, so I don't train that much.
No.
Quality.
Exactly. What did you say? You've been growing all your own. You've been mostly your own food over lockdown.
Yeah, or vegetables. Yeah,
I was going to say you've been shooting
all my vegetables. Oh, you wouldn't like it, but I did.
Have you eaten kangaroo? Is it tasty?
No, I haven't eaten it. I don't like the thought of it eating kangaroos. But no. But the dogs eat lots of it. I have to deal with it all the time because the dogs eat it a lot, and lots of deer. But we have heaps of deer on our farm. The other day, I opened the back door. There was a deer eating the ferns at the back door. Anyway, so that the dogs end up.
We had some deer out the back actually today, pottering around.
Did you?
Yeah. No kangaroo.
I suppose it's in England there.
Yeah, deer is normal. Like, when you say deer, I'm like, oh yeah, we see them all the time. When you say kangaroo, I'm like, yeah, come on, show me a picture of the kangaroos.
It's the other way around here. When people say deer, they're like, really? Have you got deer? Yeah. Dead opposite. They're so excited to see the deers.
Yep. And how are your wombats doing?
Oh, well, I've managed to keep them out of the field. You should see the field. It's looking amazing. There's no wombat holes. It's really good. I've electrified everything now.
If you don't know what a wombat is, anyone, it's like a giant mole, like a giant mole. Like it digs and makes an awful mess, like huge, and it grunts at you, doesn't it? Do your wombat impression. Yeah, that's it. That little snorty noise it makes. Yeah. Oh, I couldn't believe when I first saw one. It's just such a big, like chunky fat thing. Oh, honestly.
They're huge. Yeah. Oh, Jonah doesn't have a car at the moment because he hit one.
Who did?
Jonah rode his car off on one.
Oh my God, rode his car off on one.
Yeah, because it's like hitting a boulder. Oh. They're really bad.
Oh, the poor thing. Did it die?
Yeah.
Well, at least it wasn't digging your field up, I suppose.
Exactly.
So you've got quite a lot of space, you've got lots of equipment, so you're lucky with all that.
I do.
With the crew, you've been on it from the start, haven't you now?
Yeah, I was on the pilot.
You've got a working spot, haven't you?
I do, indeed.
Other people said what that means, so I'll just quickly run through it again. So it just means you can post videos every week for feedback, ask questions, but auditors can do that too. This basically means you can post 2 or 3 videos, I can't remember how many it is a week, and get lots and lots of feedback, which is quite useful when you post the videos. Some people don't. Which is good for me because I get loads of free time, but you could post a little bit more, Caroline, I think.
I could. I know.
Okay, so tell me what you like most about the crew.
I like most about the crew the fact that I don't have to think up my own sequences.
Yeah, that's nice.
I like to. I like to screenshot it. You can think about it. Exactly. I like to screenshot them and go and set them up, even if I don't always video them. And I like to run them with my dogs, and I do always follow your handling options, even if I think, oh my God, I would never do that.
At least you're trying. Good. Well done.
Because I then like to see what skills I failed at or what things, because if I set my own sequences, I set them, I don't always mean to, but I set them for how well, mostly so,
yes,
how he runs. So,
exactly.
and how I like to run. And how do I like to run? Send to crazy hard skills from far away and run blindly with zero connection to the other end of the field to pick the dog up and do something else really hard.
I can literally imagine it, you being about 5 obstacles ahead and not having a clue what the dog's doing, yet behind you the dog's doing perfect line absolutely everywhere. And I'm like that. How the hell is this happening? And then you're up the top there waiting so long going, are they slow? Are they slow? You're American now, by the way, or Canadian. You know, I can't do an Australian accent.
Where are they?
I'm like, yeah, that's more like it. Yeah. I'm like, well, you left them about 20 jumps ago, and they're trying to catch up with you because you've sort of such good commitment you've got up there so far. But yeah, I can picture it now. Actually, it's quite funny. So
that's why I like the crew. Yes, because I do that. Yeah, exactly. And I do always follow the instructions, and I think a lot of the time I do find things and I think, well, I wouldn't have done it that way, but if I had to do it that way, I couldn't do it that way, and that really annoys me. So then it gives me this lovely list of skills to teach, because my most favorite thing ever is to teach skills really independently.
Yeah, really independently. I've always come over and I'm thinking, my dogs couldn't do that. You go around and they're gone round the back of something and you've gone that way, and I'm like that. Just on one verbal, round, they're off doing it all by themselves. Now, I've always been impressed with your skill training. It's very good. It's just getting your handling right and actually getting you to remember that the dog's connected to you. And
stop running away.
Yeah. So good.
Stop. Where are you going?
No, stop running. I don't usually say that. I'm usually the opposite with everyone else.
I know.
So you like it because you don't have to think up your own sequences. You can do them. Also, it makes you do things that you wouldn't generally set up yourself for your dogs.
Yes, exactly. It makes me test skills that I don't necessarily like, so I wouldn't do them myself. And I think we all do that a little bit inadvertently. If we don't love it, we don't always set it up. I find people that I set up homework for and they don't do it because the dog doesn't like to do it, and they come back and go, oh no, I didn't do that because he doesn't like that. And I think we should be doing that because he doesn't like that.
Yeah, it was that.
Or because he can't do it.
Good. Well, I'm glad you're following the handling, even if you probably look at it sometimes and think, what the fuck is he on about? That's ridiculous. So that's good that you are trying to do it. Well done.
I'm so obedient.
You are. So what are your aims / goals with the dogs you've got at the moment? What would you like to do?
Oh, I know. That wasn't on the question list.
I know, I added it.
Jesus, I don't like being unprepared. I think at the moment, look at you giggling.
No one's meant to know there's a question list. Just cut that bit out. You ruined it.
Oh, God. I think, well, Sota, because he's 8, our nationals have been cancelled again because they're in Perth, and Perth's in complete lockdown everywhere, so we can't go. So for him, I guess it's just, at the moment with COVID, we don't really have any competitions to aim for. So I guess I just keep pottering along. I don't want to touch wood, but at the moment, even at 8, he does look amazing. And he's still so fast, because I set up, it was a QME course. I set up a QME course the other day, and he just was so amazing on the whole thing.
Excellent.
And he jumps so beautifully.
He does.
And so I just want to keep doing that. Yeah. And just keep him going. And it did take him, as you know, quite a while to sort of settle down.
Yeah, he was
be somewhat under control.
What are, your nationals? Explain what your national. How often are they?
Well, they're only every 2 years, and it's when the whole of Australia gets together, and they Australia, yeah, they have judges. We even had Peter Pupic was supposed to be coming for 2020. Of course, he couldn't come. No. Yeah, to judge. And so everybody comes from Australia, around Australia, and Perth's a really hard one because obviously it's on the opposite side of Australia to everybody else. It's like 5 days drive for us, and it's like a really long way for people in Queensland.
You go through the middle or outside?
No, you've got to go through the middle, through the Nullarbor Plain, which is like this big desert. Yeah. Yeah. And you can't let the dogs out of the car without muzzles on, because they have fox bait absolutely everywhere, and the dogs just eat it and die. Yeah, just one little mouthful and they're dead. So you have to be muzzled everywhere.
Why are they killing all the foxes all the time?
They're introduced.
Oh,
Yeah, so
they don't want
yeah,
it.
they kill all our native wildlife. Our wildlife isn't designed to. It's got no protection against foxes, so
Really?
it's just wiping out. They're wiping out species after species of
No.
beautiful little native, cute little fluffy things.
Oh.
That yeah.
Oh God, that sounds horrible. Do they have like
Yeah.
petrol stations and stuff in the middle of the deserts?
Yeah. There's petrol stations in the desert, and there's
I cannot.
caravan parks and stuff.
I can't.
I'll Google some pictures for you.
Yeah, good. I'm always like that when I'm flying
Yeah.
over, like trying to look out the desert. I'm so excited. There's fires everywhere, and oh my God, I find it because it's so different. Literally, couldn't be more different landscape to UK. Really, it's so different.
No, it couldn't be. I remember when we were driving from Sydney to Melbourne last year, and well, you were driving, actually, I was sleeping. And when I woke up, you said, "It's not very pretty, Australia, is it? It's actually quite ugly."
It's a rock. There's rocks everywhere.
He said, it's just all lots of dead trees, isn't it?
Yeah, there are lots of dead trees everywhere. It's because it's too hot.
Yeah, heaps of dead trees.
Live.
Yeah.
Goals that. And how do you feel that the crew is helping you achieve the goals with your dogs?
Well, I mean, obviously, I want to stay up to date with all the modern handling, which is why I train with people from overseas, and obviously I train with you specifically. But I think when you set up those sequences, stop laughing.
I got the giggles.
They're going to make me laugh.
Hey, stop now.
Right. Okay. I think that I want to stay up to date with modern handling and modern training, and it's not something that you're doing it again. Stop it.
really trying to keep it in. I don't know what's happening. It's because I know I've put on another question on the list that I didn't write down, and I know you're thinking, for fuck's sakes, why didn't he tell me he was going to ask this question?
No, it's fine. Well, there are questions I can answer. It's just
I'm like you. I like to be prepared with my answers, so I know how it would feel if someone jumped an extra question in there. It really irritates me. Okay, I'm allowed you to answer now. Sorry, stopped.
Okay, all right. So I really obviously want to stay up to date with the most modern training and handling that I can, because you may have noticed Australia isn't necessarily the most cutting edge when it comes to agility. So, but we're trying so hard, hence all the presenters coming over and learning things and bringing international judges over. Like last year we had Tamas and Jan come, and we were supposed to have Peter as well, and that didn't happen. But like getting cool judges, and then I think once people get to run cool courses and they figure out that they can't do the skills that were in the, they've got skills missing that were in the course, then they're going to go away and train them. And so I don't want that to happen to me, because I'm really competitive. So I want to go to Jan's and run Jan's course and know that I can, and know that I can get around it, and I can look at it and think, oh God, yeah, I can send that from there and I can run down there. Because, that's my favorite. I really like Jan's courses because of that.
I mean, you guys have improved so much as the it's not because of me, but since I've been coming over, it's, you can see over the 8, obviously it actually is because of me. I was just trying to be humble,
Of course, you're just being humble.
But you have improved.
For once.
Yeah, I know, it doesn't happen very often. That's why I had to.
No,
I wasn't doing it. Because you've improved so much over the last 8 years as agility in general. Like even just equipment and stuff. You've not got that stupid little seesaw anymore, and you guys are definitely trying to get a bit more up to date. And you can definitely see it's happening. When I come over now, I have to keep setting harder and harder sequences now to make sure you can't watch you all just do them. Otherwise, you'd be bored. So it is improving, and I think that's because of all the training you're doing and all the different people you're getting over, and all the courses you're doing. It's really cool, I think. And because you guys are a bit more isolated, it's forced you to do more online stuff, which, to be honest, is really, I think, a brilliant way to learn. I do online courses myself, like as in I go on them. I'm on one of yours for the Cavalettis. And I'm always trying to improve myself and improve my handling and training as well. So that's what you guys do a lot of, and I think that's really cool. Anything else you'd like to add about the crew? Anything you think about it? Good, bad, but don't say bad, but
Don't say anything bad.
No.
Oh, let me have. Oh, I know what I was going to say. I do like that it's billed monthly, because when I have to do, like, so for Connie, because she's a puppy, obviously there's heaps of online courses to be done. Like, there's cats working at running contacts, and you need a working spot for that. And the Australian dollar isn't always fabulous. So if you have to do courses that you might have to fork out like $500 for, it's really handy, I think, to have my mainstay training that always just comes out every month, and I don't have to think, oh my God, I have to budget this much into it. Just always comes out. Really, it's just really easy. It's not agility type of thing. It's just a lifestyle type of thing, especially with COVID. I think a lot of people haven't had the ability to be able to spend hundreds and hundreds, or sometimes thousands of dollars on online courses. So this has really been really cost effective for being able to be.
Well, that's why I tried to make it like affordable for everyone, because it's only like, well, in UK pounds, I think it's like £18 a month plus VAT for auditing, and £30 plus VAT for working spots. So it's not crazy expensive every month, but it just, like you say, it just rolls on. You can cancel whenever you want. You don't have to, you're not stuck in a time frame or anything. So I think that's made it less scary as well for people to join, because they know they can just go bop and they can cancel it. They're not don't have to go, oh, I can't afford it for loads of months. So it's very easy to join and cancel if you need to. And like I said, I think I tried to make it affordable, just to try and get more people on it, because I don't want it to be crazy expensive, even though I think you get a lot of information. I try and put a lot of stuff on there.
There's always lots of information. Well, there's obviously way too much for me, because I don't get through it all.
No. I had to take it down from what I was doing at the beginning, because no one was getting
I know, too much.
I know, I was getting stressed. People were quitting because it was too much. I was like, oh God. So I think it's at a nice level now. The way it's progressed through over like the year and a half, I think we've got it to a nice balance of what we're doing, and people.
It is.
I think I like the fact about you can dip in and out of it as well, because I go, oh yeah, I'll do that week, but I don't need to do that week, leave that, and then, but I could go back to it, or I could jump forward to the next week. It's not like you've got to do it. You can just dip in and out of it, or you might see a sequence and go, I don't really need to do that one. I think I've got those skills, and then I can do something else that week. So it's not, I tried to keep it so it wasn't right, you've really got to do it each week. I think you can just dip in and out of it as you need to, which is what I would like personally. I tried to base it on what I would like if I was doing an online course myself. So I hope that's what you guys will find as well. Good.
No, it has been great. And the other thing I do like is I guess being able to ask advice on different things other than what's exactly in the sequences. So like if it's I don't know, like toy play or something like that, just say you're just having some issue with rewarding the dog or something like that. I mean, not me personally, because my dog's always perfect, as you know. But like other people.
Or the other ones.
The other ones, that's right. Could, if they need advice on that sort of thing, or I see people asking advice on all sorts of stuff that's dog related, that not necessarily related to the sequence that's on there, that you're able to help them with, because you have 400 dogs, so you've got plenty of experience with training all different types of dogs, and they're not all perfect, like Famous.
Tell me about it. I wish they were, but she was the perfect one.
I know.
No, that's what I like. I wanted it to be not just like, I'm setting sequences. I wanted it to be basically just me, just my training, what I do, how I see training, how I see dog training in general. So I like that people can, I try and encourage people to ask questions on whatever, not just the sequences that are in front of them. So I'm glad you brought that up. It's a good point. Awesome.
I do like how you use all the, everybody really likes how you use different dogs as well. You don't always use Famous demo dog. Sometimes there'll be Boosty and he's been a little shit and he runs off with the toy, or Commotion turns the wrong way on a jump, or like there's some non-perfect dogs in there too.
At all times. How dare you?
How dare you? Mine. Always perfect.
Don't tell everyone. I do try not to use Fame. I did love using Fame though. Like I said to I think Diane, I could have just got just show off for Fame. Yes, look how easy it is. Easy. If you notice, I don't do so many of the sequences with Modo because it is so easy.
No, but then there's, you do some with Boss even sometimes, or you used to, and that's another thing that I really like.
It's definitely good for you to see it going wrong as well, because you see how it's fixed, which I think is a big thing. People don't know what to do when it goes wrong, what to do to fix it. So I think it's very important to see that. And I like seeing that in training. Okay, what did they do when that happened? how did they fix that? How did they train that? That's what I want to see, not just perfect. So that's definitely what you'll get if you train with me. Imperfection.
Exactly. Imperfection. I do like as well how you have so many dogs and they're all, you love them all the same. I mean, no, I don't love how you have so many dogs. I love how you love them all, whether they're, little weirdos or savage aggressive or, anything in between, or perfect, like, Scully, or, like really sweet. They're all, you love them all. And I think that it makes me respect you a lot as a dog person and a handler. So I'm happy to listen to what you have to say, because you have the same ideals as me. I wouldn't like to just cast one aside because it was shit at agility.
No,
you love them all, whether they're good at agility.
However much I sometimes think Boosty would love not living here, I couldn't ever do it. I love him too much, but he's a little bastard sometimes. He's not easy. But he's quite fun to train, even when he's being a little shit and just buggering off and getting his toy all the time.
Oh, it's hilarious.
Yeah, he is. I like to put the videos up of him so you can all see the struggles that you have, especially with a dog you haven't had from the
beginning. We like to see you struggle.
I know, everyone loves it when I put up a video of Boost. They're like, oh, brilliant, it's not going to go well today.
Yes, exactly. Or jump proofing. That'll be funny.
We can all laugh a day today. Perfect. Me trying to stay really calm, not getting angry. Calm. But Boosty raises my blood pressure like this, slowly going up and up and up, and I'm just like, oh my god.
No, you're so calm.
Oh yeah, no, that's what I want to appear internally. I'm glad you can't see internally, because it's not as calm as you might think sometimes. not with that little rat.
I was only being sarcastic because I can see the red rising.
Oh, okay, yeah, no, I did think I'm not that good at hiding it. You can see me getting madder and madder and madder. Oh, good boy, Boosty.
Yeah, you're such a good.
Oh, you're so good. Daddy loves you so much. Yeah, and that's kind of what it is with him. Awesome. Well, that'll do. I think it's enough questions. There's enough of us waffling on. Thank you, Caroline. It's been good.
You're welcome.
Say bye-bye to everyone.
I will. Bye.